A giant explosion in space will happen this year, and you'll be able to see it sometime between now and September. A massive explosion 3,000 light years from Earth will flare up in the night sky, giving amateur astronomers a once-in-a-lifetime chance to witness this space oddity. The binary star system in the constellation Corona Borealis, meaning Northern Crown, is normally too dim to see with the naked eye, but every 80 years or so, exchanges between its two stars, which are locked in a deadly embrace, spark a runaway nuclear explosion. The light from the blast travels through the cosmos and makes it appear as if a new star, as bright as the North Star, according to what NASA claims, has suddenly just popped up in our night sky for a few days. It will be at least the third time that humans will have witnessed this event, which first was discovered by Irish polymath John Birmingham in 1866, then reappeared in 1946. The appropriately named Sumner star field, an astronomer at Arizona State University told AFP he was very excited to see the nova's outburst. After all, he has worked on T Corona Borealis, also known as the Blaze Star, on and off since the 1960s. Starfield is currently rushing to finish a scientific paper predicting what astronomers will find out about the recurring nova whenever it shows up in the next 5 months. It could be today, but I hope it's not, he said with a laugh. The White Dwarf and the Red Giant. There are only around 10 recurring novas in the Milky Way and surrounding galaxies, Starfield explains. Normal novas explode maybe every 100,000 years, he said, but recurrent novas repeat their outbursts on a human timeline because of a peculiar relationship between their two stars. One is a cool dying star called a red giant, which has burnt through its hydrogen and has hugely expanded, a fate that is awaiting our own sun in around 5 billion years. The other is a white dwarf, a later stage in the death of a star, after all the atmosphere has blown away and only the incredibly dense core remains. Their size disparity is so huge that it takes T Corona Borealis white dwarf 227 days to orbit its red giant, Starfield said. The two are so close that matter being ejected by the red giant collects near the surface of the white dwarf. Once the mass roughly of Earth has built up on the white dwarf, which takes around 80 years, it heats up enough to kickstart a runaway thermonuclear reaction, Starfield says. This ends up in a big explosion. Within a few seconds, the temperature goes up 100 to 200 million degrees Celsius, said Joachim Krotter, a retired German astronomer who has studied the nova. The James Webb Space Telescope will be just one of the many eyes that turn towards the outburst of T Corona Borealis once it begins, Krotter said. But you do not need such advanced technology to witness this rare event whenever it may happen. You simply have to go out and look in the direction of the Corona Borealis, Krotter says. Some lucky sky gazers are already preparing for the year's biggest astronomical event on Monday, when a rare total solar eclipse will occur across the strip of the United States. This is by Agency France Presse. Daniel Lawler on Science Alert. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.